Hello everybody, my name is Roach, and welcome back. Sorry I've been gone for so long, but unfortunately a lot of things have come up recently that have kind of cut into my recording time as it used to be, but I'm making a bit more of an effort to set aside some spare time for myself, so I decided to bring back something I hadn't done in a while, which is a Let's Try. I'd started these out when I was just getting the channel together. It's just a video where I take maybe 10, 20 minutes, half hour at maximum, to showcase a game that I've been playing a lot lately, that I enjoy, and that I believe you guys will enjoy as well. And this game, as you can see right now, is called Victory at Sea. Now, this game, I believe, is based off of a tabletop war game of the same name, Victory at Sea, made by Mongoose Publishing. But I can't be too sure on that. It seems like it, though. The game itself is pretty good. It recently came out on Steam, I believe, sometime in early August. I believe by now there's probably a patch of it, depending on when I release this video. But this is the version that came out, and I've been enjoying it quite a bit. I have maybe 10 to, probably about 10 hours on it right now. Just playing the campaign mode. I won't be showcasing that particularly much today just because it takes a long time. But let's get into it. So I'm going to hit play. And you can see that this game has 3 different modes. There's a custom battle mode, which operates off of a point-buy system for your fleets. A historical scenario where you get to play the major battles. I believe there's 6 right now. And then there's the campaign game, and we'll just go in here. The campaign has 3 different theaters. The Atlantic, where you can play as the United States or the British against the German Kriegsmarine. That one's a lot bigger than some of the Mediterranean one. The Pacific is obviously against the United States and a small portion of the Commonwealth up against the Japanese. And the Mediterranean is, I haven't played the Mediterranean, but it would probably be the Italian Navy versus the various forces of the Commonwealth and the United States Navy. But we're going to head back here because I do want to showcase how the game actually plays. Now, what we're going to be doing is a custom battle. Let's keep it mid-range, so let's go for 900 points. Now, it takes a bit to load all these ships in here because it's loading every one of them. There we go, they're all in. Now, I think we are going to play as, since I've only played as the Allied nations, I haven't played the Axis yet. I think I'll go with the German Kriegsmarine versus, let's see here. Let's go with let's stay with the Royal Navy. Now, as you can see, each one of these is points. This is a torpedo boat. It's just a little dinky 20 points, where we have the classes all the way up to the Bismarck, which is the largest German battleship, which is 600 points, which is almost quite a big portion of our fleet. The British Navy seems to have a lot of cruisers, from my experience. A lot of cruisers, some very cheap early carriers, lots of battle cruisers. But they're really light on the whole battleship doctrine. Let's see here. What are we going to go with? Okay. I think I got something figured out here. Let's go with a heavy cruiser backed up by... Go with a heavy cruiser backed up by 2 light cruisers. Let's get a couple of destroyers. They may have 260 points left. Now, that doesn't leave us with much. I mean, I could demonstrate a U-boat. Get another one of those. Get another light cruiser. And yeah, we'll go with one more destroyer. And that's, that's a pretty good amount of ships. That's, what, 1, 6... That's 10 ships, so that's pretty good size. I've seen bigger. And let's see here. We'll go with a similar sized force, just kind of like a mid-range engagement here. So let's go with a Perth class cruiser. Perth class cruiser with, well, where's it at? There's another type of destroyer somewhere around here. Oh, there it is, tribal class. So we'll go with 2 of those. Now we do need a heavy cruiser. If there is one here, I don't believe there are, so we could go with another Perth or a larger Norfolk class cruiser. Yeah, we'll go with a Norfolk, or however you want to say that. Let's see here. Now the point system should be able to create very kind of allow you to make engagements that are somewhat similar in capability. Now we had, so let's see here. I'm just kind of picking what looks cool, what would be interesting to play. Well, we can go with another cruiser. So that's quite a few cruisers we'll be going up against, but we do have a heavy cruiser and quite a few light cruisers on our side, so that I don't feel bad for us. Speaking of that, we'll go with that, and then we'll just go to some cheap destroyers and we'll just load out 4 of those. And I guess we'll have to get 2 torpedo boats. Okay, and you see that's just how easy it is. You just kind of figure out the points, and you just you can randomize these as well if you want to. Actually, we'll clear, randomize. I'm not going to look down there, and we'll just go straight into this. Now, the game itself has a very easy system for controlling the ships themselves. Okay, we can see here that it looks like I have a very spread out force in comparison to theirs. Theirs has a very big concentration of firepower. And from what I can see here, there's a whole bunch of I, H, and N class destroyers with 1 tribal, and then the HMS, what is that? Howen? Whatever. It's a King George V class battleship. That's a problem. Now, we down here, on the other hand, I think we have a numbers advantage, and we might have a firepower advantage, but definitely not a range advantage. And that becomes a very big deal in the game. You want to be able to outrange your opponent, especially because obviously it's not a ground war. You can't use natural contours of the land to mask your movements. Okay, so what I think I want to do here is I'm going to want to run the Z20. We're going to want to run him kind of that way. Then we're going to get this guy to run into this pack, this one, to go and support the Z20. We're going to want the Z37 to kind of run intercourse here. Get the light cruiser near our heavy cruiser. We definitely want to concentrate our cruisers because they'll have the longest range guns out of the fleet. And now we do have 1 submersible. And we are going to submerge the sub. And we are going to try and get somewhat close to the battleship because we should be able to take it out with the submersible. Now, we do have a problem when it comes to the destroyers because most destroyers have depth charges on them. I'm not sure if the German ones have depth charges as well. So let's get into it. As you can see here, by the way, this is the tactical view, which is kind of like an overhead view. I usually don't run the game in this view all that often. I usually go for kind of the the down view, which is right around here. As you can see, the time has now gone forward. Now we're going to go for free camera mode here. Now you can see all these little buttons in the bottom. These are your different weapon systems. So there's quite a few weapon systems on the, what is this, the Admiral Hipper? I don't know how that's pronounced in German. But it's the, oh no, this is the Lutzauf. I'm not sure exactly. But you can turn the ship by pressing the area you want it to turn to. You get a little indicator there. You can press the guns and obviously get a firing arc and range markers. There's secondary guns, torpedo launchers, things like that. It varies from ship to ship. Like if we go over here, we just have a normal turrets, a singular torpedo system that pivots, and a depth charge system. So that's interesting. Okay, so we're going to go back up here. Now let's see where these guys are moving towards. Alright, they're heading towards the bulk of my navy. So what we're going to have is we're going to try and kind of skirt the edge of their gun arcs. Okay. Because we definitely need to draw them in. So the U-boat, we're going to surface him because I remember now that submarines move faster above water. Now, as you can see, we have a time dilation thing over here, this little bar, so we can go all the way to 0.1 time, or we can go all the way up to 6 time. So let's see here. What do we want to do? Now, our destroyers are cut off, and they're moving at a pretty good clip right now. So if we do a hard, I think it's port is the right side. If we go towards port and have the rest of our ships move kind of in a left direction, or I guess this would probably be westerly, we might be able to get the bulk of their forces in front of our destroyers here. Our cruiser, on the other hand, we're going to move it up with the task force. So we'll have a light cruiser and 2 destroyers moving up. Our submersible will kind of move in as well. Hopefully we'll draw off some of the destroyers to separate. We just need to separate the destroyers from their kind of protection pattern from this battleship, because we can rush the battleship with our current forces. Okay. So let's unpause it. Now, obviously, being down on the I guess sea level is more pretty, but we don't get as well of a tactical situation. I believe the King George just fired its guns. I think. No, that would be us. That means our heavy cruiser has a firing arc. As you can see here, you just kind of right-click down there. I'm leading the target because we have a long travel time for these shells. They'll probably miss. So we'll go there. We'll go there. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so they're moving, they're moving. He's going at full speed, he's going at full speed, and he's going at full speed. Now they're coming into us pretty hard here. And we have broadsides with all of our ships. We're going to kind of move up a little bit. Just because we do have a good situation right now when it comes to the broadsides, which we do need, because we need to have as many guns bearing as possible since they technically outnumber us. They do not out-ton us, though, I believe. I don't know, that battleship's pretty big. And the Germans were never really known for their naval forces. Okay. So also, let's see here. They're getting pretty close. Right, let's go to our normal time. Ooh, we got close with that last one, so 1 grid square. Put a little English on it. Oh, direct hit. And will the other one hit? Ship crippled. The next one will go towards the what is that? The HMAS. What is that? The Napper? Oh god, we just got